Why don't we just ban gambling? Banning things tends to make it worse. The banned activity just goes underground, where it's unregulated and leads to crime. Take a look at prohibition. For instance, it was a disaster. Any sort of addictive activity or substance is better treated as a part of the human condition, rather than something that can be cut off completely. Me when my 16-leg parlay misses by 15. Banning a thing does not make it disappear, it just makes it illegal. I can't believe how stupid people always want to ban things they don't approve of. The reason we don't ban all the things some people don't like is because freedom of choice. Plus there wouldn't be anything left because everyone disapproves of something. Most people can gamble and not be much the worse for it. Why must everyone suffer a loss of freedom because a very small minority can't control themselves? Once you being banning things, a tiny slice of the population doesn't approve of, you inevitably will end up in a totalitarian hellhole with no freedoms left because you gave them all up to for the greater good. Not everyone has a gambling problem. A lot of people who gamble do it in moderation and it's fine. Heck, even if you bet a lot, as long as you are aware of what you can lose, then you should be fine. The issue is more that gambling companies are extremely predatory and do the bare minimum to get people help who need it because they rake in money. Banning gambling would fix nothing since it would just go underground where people would end up with power and replace the predatory betting companies by trying their best to make people hand over money they don't have. Plus imagine trying to get support for banning gambling anyway. There is so much money from gambling companies in sports sponsorships everywhere that it would be nigh on impossible and makes no sense from a financial standpoint. The whole argument about freedom and adults is just that. The whole argument. If you don't like gambling, don't do it. Stay TF out of other people's business. Why don't you let your friends spend their money how they see fit? Why don't we get rid of alcohol? Dude, you don't just get to ban everything you don't like. You wanna bet it won't work? Do the diseased lung pictures on the cigarette cartons help? If so, maybe we should force the casinos to centrally display the odds and pictures of folks gone homeless or worse from gambling. Gambling is okay if it's a zero-sum game, but people just aren't educated enough to know that only the dealer wins. Outside of illegal drugs, cigarettes are probably the worst product you can consume. But if you are old enough, you can get them 24/7 anywhere in America. Booze is another thing that destroys people's lives every day, and is readily available. Gambling is just getting started. Alcoholism is a disease. But no one feels sorry for you because the Jets kicker missed an extra point in the first quarter. And you missed the over on your parlay. Some people have issues with addictive behaviors. The answer is to make treatment accessible, not ban everything that can be addictive. Even books can be addictive. Bans always work. Because this is America and we don't like moralizers like you here. Let your friends have fun and make their own mistakes. FFS. You're lucky you have friends with such a condescending attitude. For the record, I don't gamble. I just think people should be allowed to do as they please with their own money. Because it's a fun activity when managed properly and responsibly. The same reason we don't ban alcohol, cigarettes, some drugs, etc. Banning things just create a black market, and black markets do not generate tax revenue. It's like any vice. There are loads of people who can do it responsibly, and some who can't. If you want to ban everything that people can mess their lives up with, that will be a very long list: alcohol, weed, gambling, social media, Candy Crush, sex, etc. I'd guess about 95% of people can go to the casino or bet on a football game and spend a reasonable amount of money for a good time. The other 5% have a problem and need to figure out how to address it. Ban alcohol, ban gambling, ban soda, smoking, vaping, fast food, ban anything remotely bad for you. Then there's nothing fun left. Just because some people choose to ruin their life by throwing away all their savings doesn't mean people in control of their actions can't do it. Because trying to ban simple vices like gambling, drugs, booze, prostitution, etc., only puts it in the hands of organized crime while draining government resources that could be more useful elsewhere. We've seen it play out during Prohibition and the war on drugs. All it achieved was funneling hundreds of billions of dollars to cartels who get more guns, bribe more politicians, and generally suck the life out of communities. Legal gambling can be regulated and taxed.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.